Hello, guys. You guys are welcome to another wonderful analysis day at Kubeconcepts Situation Room. As usual, my name is Nate Akwan. With me in the analysis room is Mr. Mike, and directly with all our amiable students that came around to make this analysis a worthwhile venture. Okay, today we're going to be looking at probably 8 pairs. We're going to be looking at GBP JPY, NZD JPY, the XAU USD, the EUR NZD, the EUR GBP, the AUD CAD, AUD NZD, and Euro USD. Okay, we're going to be giving tips as we go on, and the first one, if I may say, for the week is that one of the key elements to succeed in forex trading is discipline. You need to be disciplined. You need to stick to your plan. Discipline means you have a set of rules you follow and you stick to it. That is the first one of the most enduring factors of a successful and profitable trader. So that's one thing. We're going to get another tip as we go on. So please stay tuned as we go on with this analysis. Last week was a wonderful time. Most of our trades are from the comments we have had and the reviews. Most of the trade played out well. Gold was the metal or the pair for the week, and it played out wonderfully well for those that traded it. Congratulations, and let's see how this week's analysis will go. Okay, first and foremost, we're going to look at GBP JPY, and as our rules are or our procedure, first and foremost, we're going to look at the monthly time frame. Okay, on a monthly time frame, you can see that I drew a descending trend line all the way, and I have some support and resistance line below. Okay, now looking at it, we're looking at the situation. If I zoom in, you can see a channel, an upward channel that has enclosed about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months, and in that channel is upward, telling us that this is still having a buy bias, at least up to the descending trend line. And if I minimize, you can see that I have two trend lines, an outer trend line which is looking at the very long term sell bias, and an inner trend line which is looking at the mid-term sell situation. Now from the very point we are, you can see that on the monthly a doji is forming, okay, which tells us that if you're trading the monthly, you should wait and see what the next candle would be. But just before that doji, I can see a very interesting bullish engulfing for the month, 2 months. And if you add the third candle, you could see a morning star formation. Having that in mind, if you go to the line charts, I'm not really seeing any chart pattern form per se. So I'll go back to my candlestick and see what we can make out of it. Having this in mind, we're already having a buy bias for now, short term, no doubt. Going all the way to our weekly, you can see that you have more candles and more details. You can see that the chart has bounced off the support of the channel and is moving upwards. Okay, now as it's moving upwards, this week, as you can see, if I maximize that, you can see a bearish candle forming. Okay, so but you can see that your moving average line, the 10 is still above the 20, and in fact the 10 and 20 moving average just crossed the 50 moving average. So I'm still having a buy bias for this pair. If I get to my line chart, you can see it looks like a pullback, a retracement for the continuation of the uptrend. So going to daily, let me have my charts there. You can see that the pair is at what we call an area of value, that is between the 10 and 20 MA. It will be a wonderful point to find your buy signals at that point. Right now, it's not giving me any buy signal, but I'm still having a buy bias. I would wait for a buy signal, probably if I see a bullish engulfing, if I see a morning star, If I see a pin bar form, then I can do my long trade. Going to H4, you can see that on H4, I can see something that looks like um, uh, a retracement. If I can just show you, let me use shape. Where's the shape? Okay, let me just put it somewhere there for you to see. I want to use an eclipse so we can see what I mean. Yeah, at that point, you can see that there has been a move up and there's just a retracement. So for me, I'll wait for the bullish candle to start forming where I can have my entries for my buy up till where you have the next resistance point, which is about 130 pips, so you could catch 100 pips before that next resistance point. So I will be looking for buy opportunities here. When I mean buy opportunities, I'll be looking for buy signals, so to say, and I can re-enter for my what? I can re-enter for my buy. Let me delete this. Thank you very much. So it's a buy bias for me. I will be waiting for my buy signals before I go in for a buy. If not, if the buy signal don't come up and the downtrend continues, I will be, if I want to enter for this market, let me see. Okay, I think it's the same 100 pips down to the 200 moving average. If I shrink it a bit on the H4, you find out that the 200 moving average has been, or price has not really tested that point for a while. So if I'm looking to short this market, then I'll be looking at the 200 moving average as my possible target. But for me, I'm still looking for a buy for this market. But if it doesn't give me a buy signal and I have a sell signal, instead, I'm going to short it all the way to the 200 moving average, which will still give me about 100 pips or thereabout. So that's that for the GBP JPY. Let me just see, is anything happening on the line chart? Okay, I think on my line chart, I can see some good moves downwards. Okay, I can see a move up, down, and that means that retracement, I should wait for it to push up. That if it push up, then that gives me a double bottom and a very high probability double bottom at that, and it's going to move me up to my 100 pips thereabout. So I am buy bias for this trade, but if the buy doesn't come, the sell is also possible. But I'm buy bias, and I'll wait for my buy opportunities or buy triggers, then I'll enter for a buy. If you're going to short this market, you need to be very careful and be alert. You can still get 100 pips all the way down to the 200 MA, but you find out that price has not tested 200 MA for a while. So if you look at that, you can just do this and even up to the have about 91 pips. So if you're looking for 50 pips, you could take 50 pips from the market selling, but it's a buy for me. Now the next one is the NZD-JPY. For NZD-JPY, as usual, we're going to go to monthly, and I'm going to look at my candlestick chart. I've shrinked out a bit so we could see what's happening. It's a downtrend line drawn, but it looks as if there has been a break through the descending trend line. Okay, now yes, it has broken past it, but you can see that the 200 moving average is looking like a dynamic resistance to the price. There you can see a little rejection. This is on monthly, so I won't call that a little rejection. That rejection, let me just measure and see. That's about 67 pips. It's not a little rejection. Okay, so for me, I still have a buy bias. You can see on the monthly that the 10 moving average at this point, let me put a shape there so that we can see clearly. Where's my shape? This time around, I'm going to put a rectangle. You can find out here, Okay, that can that be? Let me see. Can I edit that? Okay, I can edit. Okay, hypocrisy. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Would that show? Oh, they are gone. Okay, but you can see the area highlighted that the 10 moving average just crossed the 20 moving average for a buy. So what I would be waiting for if I was to trade this market is to wait for a buy signal. So I'll go to a lower time frame to see what's happening. You can see the 200 moving average there. You can see the rejection on the weekly time frame, but the candle still forming is still having a bullish pressure. That is still having a buying pressure. Okay, so you can see that there's a resistance point. Let me just draw that. So I will be waiting for the market to break past that resistance, probably do a retest, then I could go for my buy market. Moving on to a lower time frame, let me see what's happening on the line chart. Is there anything happening? Is the market just going higher and higher? Okay, you could also see that I have a channel, an upward channel, which looked like a consolidation, something that looked like a rectangular consolidation. Okay, and let me use a shape so that you guys can see clearly. I think a rectangle will do. You could see, guy, where are you? What's the problem? Why are you not? Oh, I think this is a shape I did. It's a color. I can't see it again. Okay, let me look at object list. Okay, rectangle. Wow. I think this is the latest one. Let me edit it to something yellow. Okay. All right. Pardon me, guys. I've not used this shape before, so the way it works, I don't know. Okay, but you can see the area I'm looking at. So you could see the consolidation at that point, and from the chart patterns that we've studied, you can see this is a bullish consolidation rather. So I'm expecting an uptrend. I'm expecting an uptrend all the way there. Okay, I'm expecting an uptrend. So if you get a bullish rectangle just as we have here, all right, I should be expecting an uptrend which the price actually broke out upwards, and I should be expecting this break to continue to do at least the length of, sorry, the breadth of this rectangle, which is about a whooping 343 pips. Okay, so if I should do that as my take profits, this is on weekly, so you know you're going to do a lot of waiting. It has broken out, and if I do 300 pips, let me do 300 pips, my take profit should be somewhere here, which is 76.044 for this pair. Shrinking it down, where was it again? 76.044. Where is that? 76 point somewhere there. Okay, 300, 300, 300. Okay, 76.704. That will correspond to a support, or rather a resistance. Okay, let me just pull that to 76.704. Okay, I can even put that now. I can write the parameters 76.704. Okay, so I'll okay it. So at that point, that is where my take profit will be. If you shrink that, you find out that that has been a resistance sometime in the past and has also acted as support if you go to the left of the chart. So on weekly, I think I have that. Okay, it has broken off. Then on daily, you can see that it has done a retest. Let me maximize that for you. It has done a retest at a resistance that we just drew. The resistance is 73.331. So for me, I'll wait for more bullish confirmation here. Probably if at the end of the day, that candle is a bullish candle, that will give me a bullish engulfing. And if we add the two candles to the left, it will give me a morning star. That will be a wonderful, wonderful trigger for me to do my buy. So I am buy biased in this trade, and I'm looking to take like 300 pips or thereabout from the point of entry just before the resistance. You have about 340 something pips, but 300 pips will be fine for me. So I am buy biased in this. My entry will be at the end of today. Let me go to 4 hours. Let's see what's happening. Before that, let's look at line chart. Is still telling me it's an uptrend. On 4 hourly, what do you have? A wonderful whammy on 4 hourly. Okay, that's a double bottom, and the price is heading towards the neckline. So I think it's a wonderful time to buy, or okay, you can do a buy stop even. You can do a buy stop at this point. That buy stop could be at 73.453. 73.453 for buy stop, and you should have a good number of pips to catch from that point upwards. Now, looking at our chart patterns, we have a wonderful inside up formation here. Though the last candle is still forming, we should have this formation in the next 2 hours or 1 hour 20 minutes from now. So we could wait and see what the candle will form, then we could jump into the trade for a buy. Either way, it's a buy bias for this pair. Going to the hourly chart, okay, you can see at that same point, I think that same point is a strong resistance point. You can see the long rejection of candle at that point on the hourly, but we're still waiting. I can see a morning star formation. I see a morning star formation here, okay, at this point. Then from that point, if you want to use this doji as a candle, you can see 3 white soldier formation, 1, 2, 3, which is still a signal that this trend is an uptrend. So while I will wait for the next candle to form, I can do my buy stop above this point at 73.426. So if the price goes up from there, it will take me in, and I'll do my take profits from there on. So I'm still buy bias for this pair. The next pair we're looking at is the gold pair, the golden boy, the golden boy, the golden boy. Now, before we move, you also see that on 1 hour, the 10 moving average just crossed the 20 moving average, which is a further signal that this is a buy market. All right. So I'm very buy bias for this trade. I can't wait to enter into the market, because you have some good pips, and you guys can wait for your buy entries and you jump into the market and get some pips. So let's go to the golden boy. All right, gold was very wonderful last week when we did the analysis. The analysis on gold was that it's gonna buy, and it did buy a lot. We were able to catch some of the pips. For some of you that were able to trade gold last week, kudos to you guys. Let's see what today is going to happen. Okay, now I think it's time for the next tip. Okay, maybe we'll leave it some time, and before we go to the next tip. Okay, please, as you read or view our posts, all right, if your trades went well, always give us a thumbs up. You can share the page to your friends who are fellow traders, for them to take advantage of this analysis. And you always click the subscribe button, notification button also, so that you can be notified when we do more and more of these videos. We are planning to add more of these videos and more tips on how to trade and a few trainings so that you can brush up your trading techniques. Okay, gold on monthly. Uh, I can do a bullish flag. Okay, let me expand that so that we can see. I can do a bullish flag. You see this better on weekly, but let's just use monthly to do it. So you can do it on any time frame. It doesn't matter. The basic thing is, what do you see? Is this entering well? Okay, it's not fitting in so well. So let's go to weekly and see. But what I'm saying is that it's an uptrend. This is just a retracement or a pullback. You can even see that this month is just about 8 days old, and you can see the length of the bullish candle. I'm already seeing a bullish engulfing form perfectly, and I'm expecting more of this to happen during this month. Okay, on the weekly, okay, this is where this can go in so well. Let me take it from this point. Okay, you can even go up to this. All right, now the shape you see, is it a descending triangle? Is it a falling wedge? Is it a flag? All those shape points out to one thing, that this is most likely to continue. Okay, so if it's a descending wedge, most times the price will break upwards and continue the uptrend. If it's a flag, if this is what you can catch, are you getting it? It still tells you that it's going to push upwards. Okay, so we're still expecting an up move from this gold as of now. Okay, having done this, we're going to go to a lower time frame. Let me see if the line chart is showing anything. Can't really pick out any shape, but with the line chart, you can do your flags and all that perfectly. So you can be sure that what you're doing is okay. So with this, I think I have a very interesting descending wedge. Okay, so I think my descending triangle, anyone I want to pick, they're still looking at the uptrend continuation. So on the daily, let's go back to our candlestick. All right, on the daily, if I minimize, okay, you can see that the price has hit this point a lot of times. I hope I'm live. Let me see, am I live? I'm not live yet. Let me just give you some time. Internet, what are you doing? Okay, I think I'm live. I think I should be live now. Okay. Just a sec. All right. So am I online? I'm not online, but let's we can still discuss why we're going. So it's a buy bias for me, no matter what happens. I'm still waiting for the buy signal to come, and we'll be looking at a lower time frame to pick our buy signals. We can go as low as 4 hourly. Come on, internet, come on. Okay, so we can go as low as 4 hourly to look at the chart and see what is happening with the chart. Okay, let's just give it a second. Come on. It's connected, so what's the problem? Okay, let me change the let me just connect. Give me a sec. What the problem is? Okay, I think I've changed it now. Let's give it a second. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so it's a buy bias for gold as far as I'm concerned. You can be looking for your buy signals Okay, I think I'm back online. You can be looking for your buy signals. Okay, this is H4. You can see that gold is currently retracing. All right, it made this buy and it's retracing, okay, or having a pullback. All I need to do is to wait for it to give me a bullish signal, maybe bullish engulfing, morning star, or pin bar, or what you call that. I could easily enter for a buy, and I'm off to my profits. So it's a buy bias anyway I go for gold. So all you need to do is wait for your buy signals, jump into the trade, and enjoy yourself. We're still having a retracement at this point, so I wouldn't enter now. I'll wait for my bullish signals, then I can get long with this pair. The next one is the Euro NZD. Euro NZD, where are you? Okay, you're here. As usual, we're going to go all the way back to monthly, and monthly is telling us that we have been buying for some time now. It has been a long sell. This pair sold for about a month plus. You can see that it sold for like 1, 2, 3 months. Okay, so you can now see that a bullish candle is forming, telling us that it has started buying again. Now, if you look at the trend line here, you can see that the 50 moving average has been acting as a dynamic support. Now, even with the pair selling, you can see that the 10 MA is still above the 20 moving average, which just tells us that a buy is still on. All right. Okay, this is monthly, so we won't do so much with monthly charts because we're going to wait a very long while for it to play out. But if you look at the line chart, you can see some higher highs being formed. Let me just put a line there. Will it go here? Yes. Okay, let me bring it down. Take this point. Okay, so you can see some higher highs being formed, and that should tell us that we are looking for buy opportunities. I've been in this market for a while now, and I've been buying all this while. Okay, so for you guys, if you have not been in the market buying, you should look for buying opportunities, and you should jump into this trade and have some fun for the buy. Now we're going to go into the shorter time frame or the smaller time frame, as the case may be, and we'll see if we can have some buying opportunities. Okay, let's go back to our candlestick charts. Weekly, you can see a bullish engulfing forming there, which tells you that this pair is going to buy either way. So I am buy bias for this pair, and all I need to do is to get my buy signals, and I'll jump into the pair and I'm running. So weekly, monthly is telling us it's a buy. On daily, what I'm seeing on daily, is still a buy, but you can see that we are at a sort of resistance. Okay, we are at a sort of resistance. So I will want to wait for price to break out of that resistance, and you can see a tweezer bottom rather. The bottom has the same size, so I think it makes sense. You can see a tweezer bottom form, or you can say tweezer top if you want, but those are tweezer formations. So I will wait for the next candlestick to form on the daily. That's waiting for tomorrow. But if I go to H4, you can see the smooth down trend that has been happening, and you can see that the uptrend has resumed. Okay, I think this is the first higher low that is going to form there, and you can see the bullish flag on the weekly formation. So the bullish flag, after the flag formation, I think is a continuation upwards. I think I would buy this market all the way up to the 50 moving average, which is about 198 pips. Okay, so I could take 150 there, up to the 50 moving average before I continue. Now that's on the daily, okay? Now on the 4 hourly, okay, you can see the beautiful uptrend. You can see the beautiful uptrend that is forming, okay? You can see the beautiful uptrend that is forming, okay? And that uptrend that is forming, you can see the flag pattern forming, all right? You can see the flag pattern form. You can see the flag pattern form there, and you can see that it's a bullish flag. You can see that it's a bullish flag that has formed, and after the bullish flag, I expect a continuation upwards. I expect a continuation upward. It's a bullish flag, and I expect a continuation upwards. Now, if I zoom in, you see that the mast, okay, the mast is quite long. So I expect this to break out upwards, at least the length of the mast. Okay, so zooming in, I can see that price has already touched the support of the flag and is going to push what upwards. It has touched the support of the flag and is going to push what upwards. So for me, it's a buy bias all the way for this pair. It's a buy bias for this pair, and I won't be waiting for my bullish signals before I click the buy. Okay, so if I want to be very cautious, all right, I'll wait for price to break past the flag, which corresponds or is a confluence to a support, a resistance area at 1.72300. Then probably do a retest and take it all the way to 1.7272541. Then the buy most likely will continue. That's a 4 hour. On H1, you can see the flag is in play, and currently it is retracing and it's going downwards. Okay, so I'll wait for my bullish signals to give me the bullish signs or bullish signal before I long this market. But it's a buy bias all the way, and we're going to buy till we have a change in structure. So wait for your bullish entry triggers, and then you can jump into the market and pick some pips. Okay, at least the price will go all the way to the next support or next resistance, which is at 1.73400. Okay, so once I have a break from 1.741, then I will long the market all the way to 70400. So that's about this is on H1. That will be about 91 pips. So I'll take it all the way there. If you're on H4, if I'm on H4, you can have that 91 pips, and you see at that point there's a confluence between resistance line and the 200 moving average. So it's a good position or a good situation to buy, at least all the way up to where you have the 200 moving average. But this is a definite buy market, and it's going to make this correction all the way up. Remember, this dip is because the European economy is under lockdown due to the coronavirus. And you can see that once you have a break from structure, there will always be a correction before the structure continues its normal course. So even now, the lockdown has not been lifted, but you can see that investors are already investing in the economy, especially with the fact that they are looking up to the coronavirus vaccines coming into the market and people getting vaccinated. And also, what also could be holding this pair could be the Brexit talks that we have not really had any headway for now. So I think those are the things that are holding it from moving. So as we look at the news, we also look at the charts and see what the chart is saying. But for me, it's still a buy bias all the way. Okay, let's look at Euro GBP. We've not traded that pair in a while. Let's see what's doing. Okay, as the case may be, we're all the way to the monthly. On a monthly, the price is at a resistant area. Okay. Looking at the structure so far, I can see some higher lows. If I will do this, I can see some higher lows. Okay, I can see some higher lows, and looking at the moving average, this is not really tally, so I'm gonna delete that. Okay, so I can see some higher lows and moving up higher. Then I can see some price consolidation at this point. So with this price consolidation at this point, I should be expecting a break above this resistance at between 0.91443 and 0.92890. Okay, so having a buy bias, if you zoom in, you can see that I have a bullish engulfing forming during the month, and the month is just 8 days old, and you can see the size of the candle already forming. So on the weekly, to have a clearer picture, I think the resistance there is holding up a bit. So for me to buy this market, I would have to wait for the break above this resistance before I buy the market. Okay, so I'm still buy bias, because if you zoom in again on the weekly, you see that the moving average lines just crossed. The 10 moving average just crossed the 20 moving average, so that gives me a buy signal. Then also, you also have a golden cross. That golden cross is a little bit old. Let's see when it did that. The golden cross occurred on the 4th of October. That's about 3 months ago. So this is a definite buy pair. All right. Then the 10 moving average just crossed 20. That is when is that? November. Okay, so it's a buy for me. So I'll go to my daily to see if I can see any buy opportunities. Let me see between that current price situation and the resistance at 0.9433. I have about 63 pips. I think it's a good time today. 50 pips could be good. 50 pips could be good, but I'm a little bit wary because I have a lot of choppy lines behind to the left. I have a lot of choppy lines. That tells me that that region is a strong resistance region. So for me to long this pair, which I am biased about, I'll actually wait for it to break past the 0.91443 price region. Then I could long the pair all the way up to the next resistance point, which is about 140 pips at 0.92890. Okay, that's on the daily. On the 4 hourly, okay, so I can see a clearer picture. I can see that I'm having some retracement coming in. Okay, so I will wait for that retracement to be over before I long this market. Now you can also see on H4 that we also have the golden cross, that is the 50 moving average crossing the 200 moving average upwards. So that golden cross happened on the 7th of December 2020. It actually happened yesterday. So you can see that is a very big opportunity if you see triggers and buy and have a wonderful, I think 100 pips or thereabouts, 60 pips. If it crosses this resistance, then you have a whole lot of 150 pips or thereabout to take home. Okay, okay, yeah, 150 pips. So you can do 120 pips if you can wait for this price to bust out or cross that resistance at 0.91443. So it's a buy bias for me. Wait for your buy signals, whatever buy triggers. You can do a buy stop, a pending order, and you can enjoy some 120 pips or thereabout for this week. Okay, let's move to odd card and see what the odd card is saying today. Okay, odd card, as usual, we're going to monthly. All right. I'm going to expand it a bit. Odd card has been on a downward move. I think if this trend line is valid, it has broken out of that downward move. If the trend line is valid, okay, let me do something like this. If that's valid, you can see a retest and another upward move. You can see that it has broken past the first resistance at 0.93800. It has also gone past 0.94500. Now it is doing a retest. If I put on the line chart, you can see the retest there. And that region is also where you have the 200 moving average. Now you can see that the price has broken past the 200 moving average. Not so much that it has broken past. I think a retest is happening. Okay. So if that retest happens and it pushes upwards, it's a definite buy market for these guys. But you see that the 50 moving average there is holding sway. Okay. So let's see. Let's minimize. This is on monthly. So you can see the 50 market is the 50 moving average holding sway. Now, if we look at it, if I remove this line, let me remove this line and show a little structure here. Okay. You find out that the market, yes, it has been on a downtrend, but there was a dip here. And as I always say, when you have a dip, maybe due to news or political events or economic events, the dip always has to be corrected first before the trend resumes. So if we follow this dip, this correction has been completed. I think the downtrend wants to resume. So if what we're looking at, okay, maybe this was a fake out. You can see the double, what's it called now? The tweezer tops or tweezer bottoms. I think which one looks, okay. I think it's a tweezer top, thereabout. Then you also see another tweezers, but this one has bigger bodies, okay. And I'm still seeing a bearish candle formation at this point. So it tells me that there is a lot of push pressure downwards, okay. So I think I will be sell biased for this, especially with the fact that the price has not been able to break past the 50 moving average. Now, if I minimize or maximize, I think we'll see this on a weekly better. On a weekly, let's see, what do we have? Okay, on a weekly, you see that the price, yes, it has broken past the 200 moving average, but it has closed below it again, and I'm having an indecision candle form, okay? Though the moving averages are saying buy, but I'm still looking at a situation that you look at the big structure and you're seeing a situation that could be selling. So I'll wait for more bearish confirmation before I sell this market. Going to the daily time frame, you can see if I maximize this again. Go to the daily time frame, you can see that dojis are forming. Dojis are what? Indecision candles. So I'll wait for the formation of today's candle to complete before I take my decision. Looking at the moving average lines, you see that the 10 moving average is about to cross the 20 moving average downwards, which will tell me that it is a selling bias. Now, also looking at candlestick analysis, before the doji, 3 candles before the doji, I can see an inside down formation, okay? That inside down formation tells me that it is bearish, okay? So I will have to wait for this to finish forming, then I can take my decision. Looking at it now, it's still forming a bearish doji, okay? So I think there's more selling pressure in this pair than you have buying pressures, okay? So on the H4, you can see that the market is still just going down, down, down. And you can see a lot of indecision candles forming here. So for me, I I'll be in the waiting to see what happens after all this waiting game. Okay, so it's for me it's a sell bias, but I am waiting to see if that actually plays out for the odd card. All right. Now the odd NZD pair, it's also been a long time we've not traded that. So let's see what's happening. If I zoom out of the monthly, I think the pair is on a sell bias. Okay, though it has hit a support and I'm seeing a bullish candle form. All right. My 50 moving average is above the 10 and 20. And I think the 20 is above the 10. So it still gives me a sell bias there. On the weekly, yes, the price is below the 50 moving average. The price and 20, the 10 and 20 moving average are below the 200 moving average. Though I see a bullish engulfing just before, but I'm seeing a bearish candle form. So I will be waiting to see what happens with this pair. Looking at the overall structure looks bearish. Price has been coming down all the while for the past since August. I think let me get the specific date. Since of August, price has been going down. All right, for the past 5 months. So I think it's a selling market. On the daily, yes, price is trying to push up, but there's a resistance at 1.05490. Okay, let me look at that using the line charts. Okay, it has gone up, tested it, come down, and retested it. If it can't break past that line, you will have a direction, which tells me it's gonna go rise, it's gonna go down. Now, looking at the moving averages, I have a golden cross on the daily time frame. Now, this time around, the 50 moving average has crossed the top downwards. So tell me that is a heavy selling pressure. There's a high selling pressure on this pair. So I'll be looking for what? Shorting opportunities for the odd NZD pair. I'll be looking for shorting opportunities. Okay. So on the H4, you can see that the price rejection at that resistance point at 1.05490. I've not gotten enough bearish signals, so I'll be waiting for my bearish signals before I short this pair. You can see the structure is minimized. I can draw a very beautiful descending trend line. So I think you have more bearish pressure than selling pressure. Okay, more bearish pressure than selling pressure. Okay, the trend lines or the line charts, I can't really see anything much. Okay, it looks like a double top formation. A double, but it didn't formation, but it didn't respect it. So all I'll do is to wait and see if I have a confirmation of my shorting trade, and I'll go for a sell for this market. Okay, so it's a sell for me. The buy between the current market position and the resistance is just about 6 or 7 pips, so that's nothing much. I'll rather wait for it to touch that line, give me a bearish trigger, a selling trigger, then I'll short the trade all the way to the 200 moving average. Okay, first I can short it to, okay, that will give me just 31 pips, not much. I'll short it all the way to the 200 moving average, which will give me about, okay, maybe 40, 50 pips. Okay, but I'm looking to sell this market. Okay, then the Euro USD. Okay, that will be our last pair for today. The Euro USD on the monthly, from what I've seen, it has broken out of the descending trend line. That descending trend started all the way from July, okay, since 2008 thereabouts. If you want to draw a symmetrical triangle, it goes all the way to 20 years. So if we're using that as a parameter, it has just broken out of the triangle and it has broken upwards. Upward means that it's a buy bias. You can see the beautiful retests. I'll do a line chart. You can see it has broken out nicely. It has done a retest and is going back upwards. For me, the first point is for it to break out within the area of 1.2099, 20899 and 1.21757. Then I will buy this pair all the way to 1.257 is going to be that's going to be about 400 thereabouts, yeah, about 394 pips. This is on monthly, so you're going to wait a very long while. But from that monthly, I'm buy biased, okay? I'm buy biased because you can see a nice breakout and retest and it's moving up. So it's gonna cut out, or it's gonna break out each support or resistance on its way, and it's going to go all the way up. So for me, I'm looking up to this trade to give me some very wonderful pips, though you take the pips at piecemeal, because at each point you might have a support or you have a resistance because it's going upward. So you're going to have a lot of resistance there. Okay, I've already been buying this pair since last week, and I've had some very full pips to break past this region. Then I'm gonna long this market all the way to the next resistance, which will give me about 300 to 400 pips. Okay, so it's a long market. You can see even on the smaller time frames, this you can see this clearly that this is a resistance. Okay. So if it breaks past this, then it's going to be a wonderful long market. And on H4, the same old. We're waiting for it to break past this region. Okay, so if it breaks past that region, I'm going to have I'm going to buy this market all the way to the next major resistance, which is at 1.25780. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I think we've got end of our analysis for today. Now, one of the tips, we gave you one, we're going to give you a second one. The best forex indicator is your mind. I take that again. The best forex indicator is your mind. Your mind can read the price. What price is telling your mind, just follow it. That's the best. Your mind will not lag behind like other do. So train your mind to read the charts. Train your mind to see the trend. Train your eyes, and you'll be a very successful trader all the way. Okay, I think we've come to the end of this. Please give us a thumbs up each time your trade plays out well. Give us a thumbs up and click the notification button so that you get notifications of this trade. Now, tell us what happens with your trade during the week. You can click on our reviews and put in your reviews there, and we'll be very, very happy to read those reviews. Again, thank you very much for this week's analysis, my amiable students. Thank you very much. Mr. Darigo White and Mr. Mike Okupan. I'm your host, as usual, Mr. Nathan. See you next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful trading week. Bye-bye.